Hello everyone. Today we'll be looking at the TimelineJS. It's a free, easy-to-use tool for telling stories in the timeline format. The URL for the site is timeline.nightlab.com. To begin, we're going to select Make a Timeline, and then we're going to follow Step 1, get the spreadsheet template. And then we're going to select Make a Copy. So this is what the spreadsheet template looks like. After you've completed your research, you may now start creating your own timeline. So they give you a calendar, a display date, headline, text, media, media credit, media caption, media thumbnail, type, group, and background. So as an example, they've already pre-filled in a timeline, but I'm going to go over it with you. And as an example, we're going to use the Irish potato famine. And this calendar that I'm filling in right now, it helps organize your timeline. But if you want it to show up on your timeline, just make sure you fill in the display date, and I'll show you after we're done. And for the summary over here, just remember whatever information you use to give your sources credit. So for an example, I just used a generic author, year, publisher. Now for media, if you want to use a video or an image, again, just make sure wherever you found the information to give it credit and that it's also legally usable. So for example, if you wanted to use a video for the Irish potato famine, if you go on YouTube, select Filter, and you can select Creative Commons. And under Creative Commons license, it's copyrighted and allows people to use material subject to certain conditions without having to ask for or pay the creator for permission. So as you can see, all this is under Creative Commons. And if you wanted to use a Google image, make sure you select Make Tools, or More Tools rather. Actually, we'll start from the beginning. Alright, so we'll go to Images, and then select Tools, Usage Rights, and Labeled for Reuse. So that way you know that whatever picture you use, you can legally reuse it. So I'm going to use this picture as an example, and I'm going to want to select this link, which is going to bring us to Flickr. So I'm going to want to copy that link right up top in the URL. And I'm going to place that in media. And for media credit, we're going to give the person credit, Ben Sutherland. And caption, we're going to delete that and use our own, which he put the Irish Potato Famine Memorial at Philadelphia. Alright, and that's perfect. Alright, so I just completed my timeline. And what you're going to want to do now is go to Step 2 and just follow the instructions. They updated the instructions on Step 2. I'll show you what they meant by that. And then we'll go to Step 3 and Step 4. Alright, so we're going to follow the instructions from Step 2, which just tells you to go to File and Publish to Web. Select Publish. OK. And the update was, instead of using this link right here, we're just going to copy this link up there. Alright, and we're going to put that in Step 3. And we're going to go down to Step 4 and select Preview. Alright, so this is what our timeline looks like. This is the picture that we used. We gave the person credit, the title of the picture, the date that I was talking about earlier, the display date, which showed up right there, the title of our timeline, and the text or the summary that we used, along with the made up generic author and information that I used. Alright, and that's how I created a timeline. And if you wanted to create multiple timelines, it would show up. You just select the arrow and that'll bring you to the other timelines that they pre-did for you. And of course, when you create your own, you'll see your own as you just go by the arrows. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Thank you.